Welcome on in, everybody. How we doing today? 1 through 10, how we doing? 1 through 10, how we doing? 1 through 10, how are we doing? 1 through 10, how are we doing? Was it a good weekend? Was it a bad weekend? I'm just gonna be point blank with you all. I'm gonna be point blank with you all. I'm at a 2. For the first time ever, I am at a 2 out of 10. I am a 2 out of 10. I'm a complete 2 out of 10. A 2 out of 10. Now I'm gonna look over and I want you to ask me a question. I want you to say, Juiceman, why are you a 2 out of 10? Ask me. Somebody ask me. Somebody ask me. You were looking like a 10 out of 10. Relooked. I like you. You can stay around, all right? You can stay around. Why 2 out of 10? It's story time. It's story time. Does everyone have their story shorts on? The shorts they wear when it's story time. Does everyone have their story shorts on for story time? Okay, listen. The shorts are on. Good, Chili Willy. Good. Listen, Saturday, all right? Saturdays, I wake up. I go downstairs, all right? I go downstairs, and there's this stench, this stink in my living room / kitchen area, all right? It's terrible. It's like, I mean, I was getting hits of dog poo-poo and death. Like, it was the foulest smell you could smell, and you would waft. It was a wafting smell, all right? It was a wafting smell. I don't have a dog, but I have 2 children. I literally, I was like, I thought, and then in moments I was like, is it coming from the couch? No, do not, it was not a tiny toot. I was worried. I was very worried that maybe one of my kids got croc foot. I was worried it was croc foot. They've been wearing Crocs and spread to their body, and their skin was decaying from head to toe. But I literally was like, what is going on? I did not poop my shorts, but I asked the kids, did you clean up? Like, I thought maybe one of my children had an accident and then somehow wiped the accident on our couch. Like, that's how bad it was, all right? That's how bad it is. And here's the deal. I'm being absolutely gaslit by my family, all right? The family is gaslighting me. They're saying, oh, you're old. Your nose doesn't work very good. Oh, it's probably they kept on telling me it was the ocean. And I was like, what? What are you talking about, all right? They're saying, oh, it's probably, there's a lot of sea lions right now. It's probably sea lions. And I'm telling them, listen, I've lived in this area for a long time, all right? And I've smelled the ocean, and the ocean can be stinky. And there's animals in the ocean that can be stinky, but this wasn't it, all right? I mean, what kind of ocean smells like death itself? I don't know. So then I got on all fours, all right? I'm like, I'm sniffing. I'm using what God has given me here, huh? I mean, I was digging deep. And I was slurking. I mean, I was slurking through the house. Like a bloodhound, yes. Like an absolute bloodhound, all right? And I was like, it's coming from behind this piece of furniture. I pull back this furniture. I'm like, it's coming from the walls. I do a sniff on the sheetrock wall. Boom. It almost killed me, guys. It almost killed me. There's an absolutely a dead rat in the wall. 100%. I'm not even kidding. I nearly vomited. I was like, I had to like leap outside. There's 100% a dead rat in the wall. Listen, I'm gonna need advice here. All right. I'm gonna need some advice. All right. Before we get into Tarkov, I'm gonna need some advice. Are you guys willing to give me some advice? I'm like, so what I'm saying, all right, I'm saying is there's a dead rat in the wall. All right. I'm not Asmongold 2, all right? There's a dead rat in the wall. I want to cut it out, all right? I want to get a thing and cut out the sheetrock. But I say, no. I'm going to be a good tenant. I'm going to call. Now, you know what? We're going to need a painting. We're going to need, hold on. Let me open up paint here. All right. I'm going to need to open a paint here. Just put a fan there. We'll go away. I'm not leaving a dead rat in my wall, all right? So you need to understand, all right? There's me, all right? All right, there's me and my family, all right? Me and my family, all right? Are we tracking so far? We are here. We rent an apartment, all right? We rent an apartment, and who oversees it? All right, who oversees it? Right here. Who oversees it? Property manager. Okay. Are we tracking? Are we tracking? Okay. Property manager. Property manager. Guys, don't make it. Don't make it weird, all right? There's only so many shapes, all right? Every time we've called the property manager, they're not able to help us. So they tell us, they say, you need to talk with the owner, all right? You need to talk with the owner. Okay, the owner. So when there was the rat smell, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? I'll tell you what I did. What I did was I made a phone call. Let's get this right. I made a phone call directly to the owner. Okay, I went a phone call directly to the owner. All right. So I said I'm gonna bystep the property management and I'm gonna contact the owner. All right, this is the best way to do it. Yes. And I say, he picks up the phone and I tell him, I say there's a dead rat in the wall. It smells like death. You want to know what he said? This is what he said. He said, how do you know it's a rat? This is what he tells me. How do you know it's a rat? How do you know it's a rat? And I'm kind of honestly a little dumbfounded because you know what? He's right. I don't. Maybe it's a mouse or maybe it's a raccoon. I don't know. I said because it smells like death. It smells like absolute death. Like I don't know. And so I'm like, no, it's 100% a squirrel. And so I say, do I have permission to cut open the sheetrock and cut it out? And you know what he says to me? You guys want to know? You want to know what he says to me? He says, no, you need to call. Who do you think I need to call? Based on this, who do you think I need to call? Based on this infographic, who do I need to call? Property manager. That's what you would think. Wrong answer. He wants me to call. He wants me to call the HOA. He wants me to call the HOA because he says it's the HOA's job to deal with the walls. Now mind you, this wall that the rat is in is not an exterior wall. All right, this is not an exterior wall. Here's the layout, the downstairs layout here. Okay, here's the downstairs layout. All right, here's the downstairs. Here's the downstairs right here. Here's the downstairs. Now guess all these lines are essentially walls or doors. All right. Where do you think the rat is? Where do you guys think the rat is? Which of these walls? You think it's this wall? 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 You think it's one of these walls? You know what it is? The rat, the nasty little rat is literally this wall right here. It is a wall that is literally the tip of the T in the house. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I even tell him, I'm like, I am your tenant, all right? I am a tenant. I don't have the number of the HOA. I don't have the number of an HOA. I don't have the number to the HOA. And he's like, well, you're gonna have to get a hold of them. It's for them to pay for. I'm not gonna pay for it. I don't pay the HOA. I've never even spoken to the HOA. So what do I do? I'm like, and he essentially gets off the phone. And I listen, all right? Listen, if you got kids watching, hide the kids. While I was on the phone with them, I kept on making this thing. And now I had to explain what that meant to my children. My landlord did that. I had to explain to my children. So what do I call? Who do I call? I had to call me and my family, the HOA. No, I called property management. I called the property manager and left a voicemail. I said, I've talked to the owner. He wants me to call the HOA. and last but not least, I did make one final phone call to 911. And I reported him to the FBI. And I reported him straight to the FBI. So that is why I'm a 2 out of 10. And that's why I'm a 2 out of 10. The rat's still in there. As of right now, the rat is still in our wall. Right now, the rat, that was Saturday. The rat is still there, and it still stinks. God bless America.